Welcome back to the Upward Path podcast. Yesterday, we reflected on looking higher than comfort. Comfort has a proper place in life, but it is not strong enough to guide us when responsibility, courage, or love asks something difficult of us. Today, we continue Chapter 1, The Inner Compass, with Reflection 8. Have something above yourself. There is an old story about a traveler who was attacked, robbed, and left injured beside a road. Several people saw him and continued walking. They may have been busy, afraid or convinced that his suffering was not their responsibility. Then another traveler stopped. Many people know him as the Good Samaritan. He treated the injured man's wounds, carried him to safety, and paid for his care. Helping cost him time, effort, and money, but he placed love of his neighbor above convenience, fear, and division. That story has lasted because it shows what happens when a person answers to something higher than their immediate wants. The traveler did not simply ask what he felt like doing. He acted according to a greater rule about how a human being should be treated. This is the clear idea for today. A person needs something worthy above themselves. Human beings always place something first. We may not say it aloud, and we may not even realize we are doing it, but something is guiding our attention and choices. It might be truth, goodness, love, God, courage, responsibility, or the honest desire to serve what is right. Without a higher aim, our changing wants and needs begin to compete for control. One moment we want to win. The next moment we want to be liked. Then we want comfort, revenge, praise, or an escape from responsibility. Those wants are not always bad. Wanting rest, success, friendship, and enjoyment is part of being human. The problem begins when a passing desire becomes the highest authority in our life. Imagine a student carrying a flag at a school assembly. The flag is only cloth, but the student often stands a little straighter while holding it. The flag points beyond the person carrying it. It represents a history and a shared responsibility. A team jumper can do something similar. It reminds the player that the game is not only about personal attention and their own performance. The way they compete, speak, and respond under pressure now represents the whole team. Being part of a family, keeping a promise, taking time to reflect, or for some praying and following a rule you know is right can remind you that life is not only about what you want in the moment. Your choices spread outward. They can build trust or damage it, help people feel safe or uncertain, and teach others what kind of behavior is acceptable. Having something above yourself does not mean believing that you are worthless. It means recognizing that your life becomes more meaningful when it is connected to something worthy. A person gains dignity by serving what is truthful, good, and loving. For many people, that highest aim is named as God. Others may begin by thinking about conscience, truth, love, or the highest good they can honestly understand. Whatever words are used, a true higher aim cannot simply mean doing whatever feels right in the moment. Young people are not expected to understand all of this at once. Our understanding of what is true, good, and worth serving usually grows as we grow. Children begin by practicing small habits, keeping a promise, telling the truth, helping when asked, listening to correction, and choosing not to join in when something is cruel. These small choices are how a higher aim slowly becomes part of a person's character. There will be mistakes, confusion, and times when the easier choice wins. The aim is not instant perfection. It is to keep learning, correcting your direction, and becoming more able to choose what is right. A worthy aim must sometimes correct you. It must be able to tell you that you are wrong when anger feels justified. It must call you back when pride says you should never apologize. It must remind you to keep a promise when breaking it would be easier. This is why having something above yourself matters. Your mood changes with tiredness, hunger, embarrassment, disappointment, and fear. A higher aim gives you a steady point of direction while the weather inside you changes. Think of a ship traveling beneath a cloudy sky. The waves may push it around and the wind may change, but the ship still needs a direction beyond the movement of the water. Without that direction, every new wave becomes the captain. In ordinary life, this may appear in small moments. A child may want to join the laughter when someone is being mocked, but loyalty to what is right asks them not to join in. A parent may feel too tired to listen, but love reminds them that the person speaking matters. It may appear when you find something that does not belong to you. Keeping it may be easy and nobody may ever know, but truth and responsibility still ask you to return what is not yours. It may appear after an argument. Pride wants to win and protect itself. A higher aim asks whether the words being spoken are truthful, necessary, and directed towards repair. Something above yourself also helps you from becoming trapped inside yourself. When every decision is built around your own comfort, attention, or success, other people begin to look like tools, obstacles, or judges. Life slowly becomes smaller because everything is measured by what it gives you. A higher aim opens the world again. It allows you to ask what is good for the family, the friendship, the class, the team, or the person who needs help. It teaches you to act as though your responsibilities matter, even when nobody is applauding. This does not mean blindly obeying every group, leader, or tradition. A team, crowd, or community can sometimes ask people to lie, exclude others, or remain silent when something is wrong. That is why truth and goodness must remain higher than popularity or belonging. The thing above you must genuinely be above you. It must not simply be your own desire wearing a noble costume. A worthy aim calls you towards greater honesty, courage, humility, responsibility, and love. This reflection helps protect us from drifting. Drifting happens when the strongest feeling, the loudest voice, or the easiest reward decides our direction. A person who drifts may change their values whenever the crowd changes. It also helps shield us from pride. Pride tells us that our wants, opinions, and feelings should never be questioned. A higher aim reminds us that we can be mistaken, and that becoming wiser sometimes begins with admitting it. Over time, and through many small choices, this can form a steadier person. It does not happen all at once. They gradually learn to listen to their feelings without being ruled by them, accept correction without falling apart, carry responsibility without constant praise, and face difficulty without believing that every struggle is unfair. That kind of person becomes dependable. Children can trust them. Friends can speak honestly with them. Families become stronger around them because their behavior is guided by more than the emotion of the hour. A family can recognize this today by noticing moments when two aims compete. One aim may say, protect your pride. Another may say, tell the truth. One may say, stay comfortable. Another may say, keep your promise. In those moments, ask a simple question. What am I placing above myself right now? The answer may be courage. It may be love. It may be responsibility, truth, conscience, or the highest good you can honestly understand. The important thing is that it calls you upward, rather than merely giving your present mood permission to rule. Having something above yourself will sometimes cost you. The Good Samaritan could not help the injured man without changing his plans. Truth cannot guide you without sometimes asking you to admit what you would rather hide. But a life guided by nothing higher also has a cost. It leaves a person pushed around by appetite, fear, anger, and approval. They may get what they want in the moment while slowly losing respect for the person they are becoming. A higher aim gives sacrifice a reason. It helps suffering become something that can be carried rather than merely resented. It reminds us that even a difficult choice can have meaning when it serves what is good. In closing, take the time to think and consider our question for today. What higher aim should be above your mood today? Thank you for listening to today's reflection on the upward path. Please stay tuned for the next episode as we continue through the 100 short reflections across 10 chapters with new uploads coming daily. Tomorrow we continue Chapter 1, The Inner Compass with Reflection 9. Be careful what you worship. May your day be guided by truth, courage, and one small upward step. Take care now.